Some wannabe tough guys act without thinking. But when they cross paths with people who actually know how to fight, that's when these fools get a lesson they'll never forget, delivered in a way they never saw coming. This guy picked the wrong person to mess with. He keeps provoking a real fighter who at first tries to stay calm. But once that patience runs out, the fool gets a painful taste of reality, slammed to the ground by someone who actually knows how to fight. The next guy suffers the exact same fate. He must have instantly regretted challenging an Aikido master because within seconds he's taken down by a perfectly executed wrist lock. And it doesn't stop there. The Aikido master throws him to the ground again and again, completely dominating the fight with his lethal technique and flawless control.
Another kotegaeshi.
This guy in the shorts just wanted to have some fun. He started mocking an MMA fighter, laughing off his skills, but he had no idea his trash talk was about to earn him a real challenge inside the ring. Watch what happens when a random tough guy tries to take on a skilled martial artist. A similar scene unfolds inside a judo dojo where another overconfident man challenges the master, only to be thrown to the ground again and again, completely dismantled.
Here, there's a Superman you wanted. Nice.
Once again, another foolish man reminds us that without proper martial arts training, you're only heading toward a painful defeat, especially when your opponent is a boxing coach with decades of experience inside the ring. A similar moment happens when a street fighter dares to challenge a former pro boxer. Watch how the veteran delivers a lesson the street fighter will never forget. Next up, a loudmouth picks a verbal fight with a real fighter inside an MMA gym. It doesn't take long to see he's completely out of his depth. He survives a few minutes only because the pro shows mercy. In the end, he gets knocked out hard. A painful finish and a lesson he won't forget. This cocky fool steps into the ring full of confidence, ready to show off his so-called skills in front of a real fighter. But the moment the fight begins, his opponent takes full control, dominating with sharp, powerful striking and making the wannabe fighter look even more ridiculous. As the match drags into the final minutes, things only get worse. The fool is completely overwhelmed, and in the end, he admits defeat. A fight between an average man and a real trained fighter took place in the next intense moment.
힘이 좋다고 얘기를 했던 이동규 선수가
To his credit, the man showed incredible toughness. Even after being spun 180 degrees by a vicious right hook, he still managed to get back up and continue the fight. But that only made things worse. It became painfully clear he was nothing more than a human punching bag, taking blow after blow from the professional fighter until the medical team had to step in and provide treatment.
데미지가 상당할 텐데요. 위험합니다. 지금 데미지가.
And finally, we have a kung fu master named Tian Ye who boldly stepped into the ring to face off against a professional MMA fighter.
如果说两个人在2年前进行过一种约战，那么今天我们是在中级勇兽世界格斗。
The Kung Fu Master opened the fight with a flurry of punches, some of which the MMA fighter didn't even bother blocking. Then, a brutal elbow combination landed squarely on the Master's face.
比赛开始了，我们看到肖东利用直线架上攻。
The impact left the Kung Fu Master visibly injured, and the referee paused the fight to assess his condition. Meanwhile, the MMA fighter leaned casually against the ropes, hands on hips, mocking his opponent.
剁手。因为在赛前，田野说我要在今天比赛里面利用我的里合腿，利用我的。
But Tianya wasn't ready to give up. He returned to the fight, face heavily bandaged with his eye and nose nearly covered. The MMA fighter clearly had the chance to end it right there, but instead, he chose to humiliate his opponent even further.
击斧。现在我们就看，现在这个肖东说你打吧没事儿，后直再来，叫打不还手，我给你一腿。哇！一个飞膝，结束了，结束了，结束。